Okay, we're back with How to Jimmy, and you know what? I'm so thrilled to have with me right now AJ Huth. Welcome to the show.
Thanks
She
for having me.
is Director of Public Affairs and Civic Engagement at the LBGTQ, the Center. We call it the Center, and she's in charge of so much there. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
My
I'm
pleasure.
excited to be here.
It's fun, yeah. We reach out to every club, community event, charities, anything. I've been around a long time.
Yeah,
so
so
I've got my finger in a little bit of everything. I love the work that the center does.
Thank you.
So tell us about all
Last year we celebrated our 30th anniversary, so
Yeah.
I've been there almost 10. I love the center too. We do a lot. Some of our main things are advocacy, our health and wellness programs,
Right.
and we just the advocacy piece is in a couple of different sections. We do our victims advocacy, so we have a whole program dedicated to that. During COVID, we created a hotline
Yes, I
because we
remember.
realized that some of our people that were maybe in not so great relationships didn't have anybody to reach out to, and they had to be stuck with that
The
person at
center
home
seems
all the
to
time,
be
you
there
know?
when emergency strikes.
Yes.
And I love that. Speaking of the pandemic, I was just talking with you earlier. I had a club, and when we closed down, we had all the food and stuff in our restaurant, and we called out. So I wanted to donate it. It was all brand,
Yeah.
But the people from the center came right over and were very grateful to get the food. And it all went right out and fed a bunch of people. That's what you guys do.
Yeah.
You take care of the community. Now tell us about the crisis part. I like that.
Yeah, so
hear
we
about
created a crisis hotline, and that's a large part of what we do. And people come in, and in our community, it's a little bit different. Most of the shelter systems are set up for women,
Right.
and they see the women as victims, males as the abusers, and we know that that's not always the case.
course.
And so, we have worked. This is a big part of what we do that is behind the scenes that a lot of people don't see, is we work with other community partners.
Nice.
So rather than reinventing the wheel, let's make our community partners a little bit more open
Working
to our
together
community.
always works the best.
Yep.
Yes.
And the best example of this is our relationship with Salvation Army.
Nice.
Everybody knows Salvation Army. Like when the holidays come around, I see the memes all the time. Don't donate to the people
I'm
ringing
glad
the bell.
you brought that up. Because can you clear that up for us?
So in this town,
Yes.
the Salvation Army was the first place that opened up shelter specifically to trans women.
Nice.
We had no place 10 years ago for trans women to
Right,
go and
right.
get shelter. Over time, it's changed into complete safety dorm. And they have another property that has like individual, like an apartment complex
Right.
that needs to be redone. But they want to make that a whole LGBTQ place
Yes.
because the demand is so high in that safety dorm. They need more space for us. But typically Salvation Army is not seen as a great ally to our community, but the one here is.
That's nice
And
to
so
hear.
if you're not donating to the center, you can donate to the Salvation
I'm
Army.
really glad to hear that, because that is a big stigma that has been thrown out, nationwide.
Yeah.
About that with the Salvation Army. And I know that they are there when crisis strikes. I don't really remember what the beef was, except that that their
it's
chairmen,
just-
their people were taking money, and I don't like to get into all that because don't know. I just know
Right.
what I've read and been told. But now that you've told me that,
Yeah.
I will be putting in the red bucket and helping.
Yes,
Because that's nice to
definitely.
know. Thank
They
you.
help a lot of people in recovery, and there's been a lot of, like I said, especially trans women. It's harder, to get work and stuff like that, and so they're providing the space for people to be able to get jobs, get on their feet, get
Good.
self-sufficient.
Good.
So you're not just going from shelter to shelter.
Well, now, if you're in trouble, if you're gay or not gay, whatever, if you need help, the center's there to reach out to.
Yep.
No matter what your crisis is or,
Yeah.
or your situation is. So you don't turn anyone away, really.
We don't.
So you-
and
you could-
and the area that we're in is kind of mixed use business and
right.
residential, and it's not high end residential. So
Yeah.
we recognize where we're at. We want to be good stewards in our neighborhood. So we have our cyber center there. Most of the people that utilize that service live in the neighborhood. They'd maybe not have internet access,
right.
so they can go
Now,
there.
You're located.
Maryland and Charleston, right in the center of the road.
That's
where
right. The road forks, and
up.
right there in the middle is the
Yep.
center. And I know we have donated lots of stuff. Especially, they have a lending library for like DVDs and books and
Yep.
pamphlets, information. And there's always somebody there at the desk who can kind of guide you to exactly where you want
Yeah,
to
and
go.
we have a great volunteer. Jimmy is his name, and
Okay.
he is our librarian at the
Oh,
library,
okay.
and he codes everything. You can go
Nice.
check it out, and our library is named after Senator David Parks,
Right.
who, if you've been here, you know that we have a lot of great protections in this town,
Yeah.
thanks to Senator Parks. So, so we're really, honored to carry his name on our lending library. We do Fridays are big. We do twice monthly food distribution. We do vaccines for COVID and flu
to
shots,
know. Yeah.
Mpox. We have people there from 3 Square on Wednesdays to help people sign up for benefits if they need TANF or Medicare, and that's real time, so they can sign up right there. You don't have to go to one of those offices and wait. You can get it done right
That's
at the
good to
center.
know.
We have we partner with one of the legal firms to do legal name changes. We had about 100 of those we did last year.
Wow.
Yeah. We've got youth programs, senior programs, just all kinds of stuff. We have our clinic. We added a pharmacy last year, so we've got a pharmacy
You've got
now.
everything. That's wonderful.
Yeah, so we've got great, and we don't turn anybody away from our clinic ever.
Nice.
We've got a new location coming on soon. It's on Charleston and Las Vegas Boulevard. It's where the old Wolfson Medical Clinic
I
used
remember.
to be.
Yes, yes.
The Walgreens that was across the street just closed down, so we're going to be bringing pharmacy and medicine back into the neighborhood
Good.
again.
That
And
used to be my Walgreens. I used to live right
yeah,
behind there.
yeah. So we'll have a pharmacy in the neighborhood
Very
again.
nice, very
and
nice.
Very big on PEP and PrEP, so we have that available. If you can't make it to the center, our pharmacy is amazing because it's not an automated service. You call, you're usually going to get Angie. Angie knows who you are.
Hello,
can,
Angie.
Yep.
Hello. Help.
And she can tell you anything that you need to know, but if you can't come by, she can mail the stuff to you
Nice.
too.
That is so wonderful.
Yeah, so
wow, you just got
lots of
just a
stuff going
plethora
on.
of things that you offer. Thank you so much for stopping by and telling us about all that. We didn't know. It's the tell me the correct LGBTQ plus center. I was gonna put the plus on there. We're
Southern
almost filled up
Nevada.
the alphabet. My old joke was LBG, BLT, and guacamole. I don't know, but.
I think the Bronze Cafe has one of those.
They do, yeah, the LBGT, the lettuce, bacon, guacamole, and tomato sandwich. But it's a whole different thing. Thank you, AJ, so much. You're a beautiful person, and thank you for being here. And hey, we'll be
Thanks
back
for
very
having
soon.
me.
Reach out. We'll be back.